What's going on, guys? Chase Ghost Picks against the spread. GhostPicksATS.com coming to you for Monday, February the 18th. Very, very early morning. It's about 4 a.m. Already up and at it. Kind of an early night for me. Caught some sleep, and now I'm up and at it. Going to be working from the home office today. Got a lot of phone calls to make, a lot of stuff to do. Very short card today. As far as college basketball goes, and obviously still no NBA, post All-Star. Everybody that went to the NBA All-Star game, hope you guys had a great time. It was another joke of what the NBA actually is. I wish that I could actually show you right now for anybody that didn't see it. Obviously, we know the refs aren't going to call anything, as they don't for the majority of the actual season. But LeBron, from the half-court line to the three-point line, actually held the ball in his hands and took about 6 steps without dribbling, and just went out there and did it. I mean, at least take the game seriously, man. I mean, we all know it's the All-Star game. Nobody's making some huge deal of it. Nobody's going to go out there and risk, their, life, limb, or body for this. As I said, that's why I would not have a play in it. I said that I would blindly take the over for a couple $100, which I did, so pretty easy. But I did tune into about half the All-Star game. I did enjoy watching the three-point contest and the slam dunk contest, which I always do every year. That's always still pretty fun, even though it's not like it used to be, back in the days of Jordan and even Vince Carter making the dunk contest, a staple in American sports. But it's over. We'll be back to NBA action this week. But it was a nice little break. It was a nice little break from what is the joke of the NBA, and just being able to go out there and watch these. Excuse me 1 second. Let me grab my pen that I dropped. All right. So anyway, and just some of these jokes of elite athletes go out there and just make a complete mockery of the great game of basketball. So anyway, enough about that. Let's jump into a recap for Sunday, jump onto a free play, and then I've got some work to do. We got an announcement about a promo that we're going to be doing this week, so a lot of stuff to do with that. Colorado free play was another winner. That makes 5 out of the last 6 free plays. January was not a good free play month for me, and everybody knows that. I didn't hide from it. It was like off and on, win one, lose 2 in a row. And, usually as far as myself and the rest of the Ghost Picks team, we do very well on free plays because we give you guys, for the majority, we give you guys, premium plays as our free plays. Games that are going to be on our card for our paying clients, we give, out as a free play about 90% of the time. Colorado was the first game that I had actually locked in on my card for Sunday's action. It was with, a play for my paying clients, and that was a free play that I gave you, and that was another winner. So free plays rolling right along. Like I said, 5 out of the last 6, doing very well there. And let's get into the rest of the premiums. We did jump back after a 2-day break and releasing an actual top-tier play because we had a rough week. I told you guys that we were going to take a break on Friday and Saturday from releasing actual top-tier plays within the card, and everything was going to be a premium play that we were going to flat bet across the board to make sure that we got back, a good majority of those losses that we took before we jump back into releasing a top tier, which I tell everybody, I'm a 1-dime guy on all my premiums and a 3-dime guy on my top tiers, and usually 5 dimes and above on all my red alerts. We did have that red alert on Saturday that was a nice, easy blowout winner. But for the 2 days of doing that, it was very successful in doing so, especially on Saturday with a huge profitable day in college basketball. So today we released, obviously, Colorado free play, and that was a premium play. It was a winner. We also had Manhattan plus 7.5, and they were an outright winner. So another easy winner there. Now we had Niagara under 147, and up until I didn't get to watch a lot of that game, I do have it recorded so I can go back and take some notes because that conference right there is something that I've been zoning in really hard on, and that particular team right there is somebody that I feel like I will be, playing again before the end of regulation, before the tournaments start, the big tournaments, your big dance as well as your secondary tournaments. So, but I did flip over to it with about 12 and a half minutes to go, and we were on pace for the under, and I felt good about it. Watched a couple of minutes of it, and then flip back over to it with about a minute and a half to go, and realized that it was, they really picked up the pace there at the end, and they ended up going over that total, which we did have the underplay. So, even though we felt like we were going good there, they really picked up the pace and the momentum and started playing at a much more rapid rate and a much faster pace right there within the last 10 minutes of the game to barely push it over the total within that last couple of minutes. But either way, it was a loss. We own it. We take it. We had Houston minus the 18 as the top tier play, an easy blowout winner. A little bit slower pace first half. Second half, they blew the doors wide open and never ever once looked back. So a 3-1 day in college basketball yet again with a huge top tier winner on Houston, and then we move over to the NHL. We played one game and one game only, but two plays in one game. When I first opened up the NHL card for the day, we were sitting right around a dead even money between St. Louis and Minnesota. The books were really giving Minnesota the benefit of the doubt here, obviously being the more rested team and the home team. St. Louis playing on zero rest and on the road, on a road run. But you just cannot deny, I mean, as a fan, everybody knows, who I pull for, and I am, certainly not a St. Louis fan. But we cannot deny the amazing run that they've gone through to get, to almost 10 straight wins. And I think they may have actually hit 10 straight after this win today. Sitting about deadlocked even money. And then when we, officially dove into the NHL and decided to go ahead and lock in some picks, we actually had Minnesota slightly favored and St. Louis sitting around right at plus 110 on the money line. So we released our official premium play as St. Louis plus 110 as an underdog on the money line. But I also sent to every single one of my clients on my hockey package a secondary play to play the puck line. Now, if you would have, anybody knows you play a plus 1.5 on a puck line, it's usually outrageous juice. It was over 300 to play plus 1.5 on St. Louis. We played the reverse puck line. Even though St. Louis was an underdog on the money line, small underdog, but an underdog nonetheless, we took St. Louis reverse puck line, not only on the money line, but reverse puck line at minus 1.5. That's how confident I was in St. Louis today over Minnesota on the road, and the odds makers were giving them no credit whatsoever for what they've been doing, strictly based off of the fact that they were on the road and what they had been, and their road run and their travel, and the fact they were playing on no rest. They are far more the superior and far more dominant than Minnesota could ever hope to be this year. So we took them reverse puck line minus 1.5 as an underdog at plus 300, and it was an easy blowout, a shutout, a blowout, easy from the start. So a 3-1 day in college basketball with a big top tier winner, and 2-0 in hockey for both underdog plus money plays, a plus 110 play on St. Louis and a plus 300 play on a reverse puck line makes for a huge profitable day. Yes, we had a rough week, but we finished it off with two fantastic days to go out there and get back a absolutely ton of money. A lot of my clients that had lost money throughout the week are already back even or ahead, especially after that St. Louis plus 300 win right there. And most of them bet it, even though we suggested it as a smaller play because of the fact we were already playing the money line and the immense payout you could have had, so you didn't have to play it as a full premium play, whether you go out there and bet 100 to 1,000, whatever your normal premium bet is. Most of them played it as a normal premium play and cashed in big. So a huge profitable day, which leads me into the next thing. Let's go through a little promo and we'll get you on a free play. Myself and Jack talked a lot over the weekend while I was on the road. Jack had a huge weekend, sweeping the board for the most part. I think he's up, because Jack does unit rate his plays, over 30 units for the last handful of days. So he is absolutely tearing it up. Jack and I work very, very well together when we do duos and put our heads together. And people have been asking when we are going to team back up and do a true duo card where we actually release a combined card. Now this week, for all of my clients, all of my paying customers, you will still get my card every day, the card that I release, because Jack and I are not going to agree on everything. No two cappers are going to agree on everything. It's just the way that it works. But we are going to run a promo for 7 days. You get Monday through Sunday, 7 days for $249. Jack and myself are going to be releasing a combo card every one of those days, where Jack and myself put our heads together and release a card that is my plays and his plays that we both agree on. And we'll give you one better. We are going to have a red alert this week. We have 2 plays zoned in that we absolutely love. One of them, we feel like this, the line's going to be a lot sharper than is going to allow for a red alert. One of these 2 games, the odds makers are going to completely look over. They are not going to give the credit where it needs to be given, and we're going to get an easy soft line. We know it and we love it. He called me today and was like, "Hey, what do you think about these?" We started putting our heads together. I had already mentioned I was possibly going to have a red alert. He didn't know what game it was. He called me. He's on the exact same thing. I said, "Dude, here we go." He wants to run a duo. Customers want it. I'm willing to run the duo, and we're also going to throw in a red alert. So for whoever buys this duo, when we release this red alert this week, which there will be a red alert, you will get that play for no extra cost. So you will not only get the full week, and you will get mine and Jack's head together for 7 days, but you will get a red alert for no extra charge. You don't want to jump on the week, or you're new to us, you're still getting acclimated to us, or for the customers that do not ever buy packages and strictly buy my red alerts. You can still buy that red alert for $49.99 as always, but it will be a red alert combining myself and Jack. So it will be 2 cappers on the same play, big red alert. Jack and I, over the past year, have only had 3 red alert plays together, and we're 3-0. I'm 8-0 in my last 8 red alerts. And I'm 42-11 lifetime red alerts. So just the numbers right there. If you don't want to jump on the package, the red alert will be priced at $49.99 when it's released. And for anybody that jumps on the package, don't immediately think as soon as you jump on you're going to get this red alert play. We will let you know, because these 2 games that we're looking at are 2 separate days. When we decide which one is going to be the red alert, which one ranks higher in our system, we will then let you know on video. The paying clients won't have to ask you. We'll immediately get the red alert play sent to you by myself or Jack personally. And then once we release it on video and say that, hey, it's here, this is when it is, it will be an all-access play that you can purchase for $49.99 and get the play immediately when you buy it off the site. So for that right there, that is the spiel. $249 with a guaranteed, with a red alert, guaranteed to have a red alert. That's a $50 value in itself. So essentially, you're going to be paying $199 for 1 week, 2 cappers, heads, for the price of 1, and you will get a red alert included into that. You want to buy the package, obviously Red Alert will be sold at the time that it's released. But other than that, guys, that's all I've got for the promos, the spiels. Fantastic weekend. Thank you for everybody that was involved with me. All of my long-term clients, we went out there and had another great weekend. For all the new people that signed up, that was their first time with me over the weekend, that jumped on the $99 Friday through Sunday. Congratulations and thank you so much for being with me on that journey. And we went out there and had a great weekend. You're up a ton of money. So let's carry the momentum into this week. If you want my week is $199 by itself. You want just a week of top tier plays, just top tier only, or one single sport all plays, you can get that for $99 at the site. You want the remainder of season, send me an email, chase.ghostpicksats@gmail.com. I'll work you a deal for the remainder of basketball, college, or NBA, or NHL, which we are scorching hot in. Or if you're looking for MLB, jump on the MLB season. It is full price. It is $1,500 right now, but I'm throwing something special in for anybody that wants to jump on it. Send me an email and I'll go over the details with you. Or if you have any general questions, shoot me an email, chase.ghostpicksats@gmail.com, and we'll do that. Benny crushed another UFC card. He is the #1 UFC capper in the business. Hands down, no doubt about it. I don't know shit about the UFC. I don't know shit about capping it. Don't know how to do it, but I purchased every single one of Benny's cards. And the thing is, guys, I don't have to purchase Benny's cards. He would give it to me. We work for the same company. But we do it to support each other. Just like Benny buys my Red Alerts. He doesn't have to. I would give it to him. But we do it to support each other. Every single one of Benny's UFC cards I have purchased, and I am up over 56 units, if you will, because I bet a unit per pick, which my units are one dime, 56 units, because I've been carrying the momentum each and every time we win and going a little bit heavier on one. Benny has made me a shitload of money in the UFC, and he will continue to, and I love every second of it because I get to be the consumer at that point. I purchase a cheap package, I put my money on it, and I cash tickets every single time. Anyway, guys, that's my spiel. Let's jump into a free play. It seems like an obvious one, but I can't steer away from it. Thompson's out for Virginia Tech. I've been saying it for the past couple of weeks. That was the offensive thing that they lost that was going to make their season implode from an offensive end and take them out of the chances of having a great season. They still had a good season. They've still been playing tough. Their defense is still fairly elite, and they're playing in the toughest conference in basketball. Now they're going up against their arch rivals. They're going up in-state rival. It's going to be a very tough defensive battle, so I definitely lean under in this game. But one thing you cannot deny is how good Virginia is, not only on the defensive end, we all know that, and how good they are from beyond the arc, and the fact that Virginia wants to do every single thing they can to get as far up of a seed as they can. They want the highest seed they can get in this tournament and go out there and get redemption for being a top seed last year and going out there and getting beat by one of the biggest underdogs in the tournament in Maryland-Baltimore County. UMBC went out there and took them out and shocked the world. They want redemption, but it starts finishing out the regular season strong. They are not going to lay off teams. Just case in point, look what they did to North Carolina, a team that was all but beaten in the second half, completely run over by a fantastic North Carolina team, comes back, fights to the end, and wins, and almost wins by double digits. You really think they're going to lay off of, their in-state rival on the road? Absolutely not. They want to go into Blacksburg. They want to make a statement. They want to have it just for the glorification and the bragging rights for in-state with these two basketball schools, but they want to do it also for positioning within the tournament. We're laying 5 with Virginia. This is a game that absolutely could go either way based on the defenses themselves. But you look at the offensive disadvantage with the injury that Virginia Tech has, the three-point shooting of Virginia, and what this team, they're out for blood after last year. I'm going to lay 5 with Virginia. I think the line's too soft. I understand why it's 5, but I think it's too soft, and I think if Virginia plays their game for 40 minutes, Virginia Tech doesn't have a shot. It seems like an obvious play. It seems like it could be a trap, but we're taking Virginia. We're laying the 5. That is a premium play. It is on my card. Lock it in. It will go up from there. I see it going 7 or higher. Big premium right there. Virginia -5. If it's a loser, we'll take it on the chin, but I cannot deny the fact that Virginia is a mismatch to Virginia Tech at this point right now. So we're going to take it. We're going to roll with it. Sorry for the long video, but I'm thankful to each and every one of you guys. So play Virginia -5. That's our free play. If you have any questions, let me know. Jump on mine and Jack's package, $249 for the week. Duo card with the red alert. Good luck. God bless. And as always, grind on, guys.